Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and we're going to work on our house some more today. Now, what I have done right here, and I went ahead and did it off camera just because it's just gluing it down. I found this little tree at our local 5 and Below, I think is the name of it, store, and it was $1. And I had my husband cut it off because it was really too tall, so I had him to cut it off to 5 inches and then put the little base back on it. And then I put my house over the top, and I wanted this to show through the front window, so it does. So I put it right there. Then I've marked my base where I want to set my house. Now I'm going to set it almost to the back of this, because this is going to be the back, and I'm not necessarily going to decorate a lot back there, but I want to have plenty of room up here to decorate. So I've kind of marked it off. I've got it at 2, let's see. What do I have it? I've got it set at 2 inches on both sides, so 2 inches from the edge in, and then I just put my little purple tape down through there so I'll know where to sit it when I get ready to go. And then this is going to be the front right here. So go ahead and mark yours off like that, so that you'll have so that you'll be ready to put it down. Now all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and pull this backing off of all of this tape in here. Now I am going to use my hot glue gun, just simply because I know that's going to hold it real quick, and since this is glitter that I'm sitting it on, that hot glue is going to grab it, whereas a lot of times this score tape won't. So I'm going to use both score tape and hot glue. Just give it a little bit extra because I don't want it falling off of here when I start to store it again at the end of the year. And my light still hasn't come in, so I'm not going to be able to put my light in today. But I will be able to push it up through that hole when it gets here. So I'm just going to, today what I'll do is I'll put just a little light in there. But it just hasn't got here yet, so I'm going to go ahead and put the base on. I didn't want to keep you guys waiting because I know I've got a lot of emails from everybody saying, when's the next one? When's the next video? I'm ready to go on. So let's just go forth. Now here again, make sure that you've got this as square as you possibly can, because when you sit this down on here, you want your house to be squared up. Okay, I am going to run some hot glue down through here, I think. And this is going to be a quick process. I'm going to have to run it and sit it down real quick, because if I don't, I'm going to lose that hot glue. It's going to dry up. And I left an opening there where my front door is. We just don't want our hot glue to cool off yet. Alright, while we've got that nice and hot, let's go ahead and sit this down on there. Okay, come on, house. There we go. You can do it. Alright, now let's go ahead and try to pull our tape up. That shouldn't be a problem, hopefully. There we go. I know you can't see anything right now, but all I'm doing is pulling that tape up. Okay, so there is our house on the base, and you can see the Christmas tree through there, and when the light's in there, you'll really be able to see it reflect because it has a glitter on there. So we've got that on, and everything looks pretty sturdy and pretty square, hopefully. Now I have used that die that I showed you the other day, and what did I do with it? Let me find it. Okay, first off, what I did to make my fence, I used this craft colored paper, and this is a lightweight chipboard. It's what I get from Cricut, and I'll link it below. And I took this stamp that I got from Maymay. This is, what is the name of this one? I'm sure it's something about a fence. Wooden boards background. So I used this, and I stamped a bunch of that brown cardstock or chipboard. And then I used my fence that I got from Maymay as well. This is the Gina Marie design, and it's the picket fence. Let's see, I think that's the name of it. Picket fence, yes. And I went ahead and I cut out a bunch of these. So what I did is I cut 2 layers. The first layer, I didn't even try to stamp it. I just cut it plain. And I glued it to the back so it'd be a little bit thicker, so we'll be able to put it up. So I cut, let's see how many I cut. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this will make 7. So what I did, see, this one is just plain, and I'm going to try to show you if I can. You see and this camera doesn't focus that well up close, but do you see that grain on that? It's a wood grain effect on that. That comes from the punch. So you wouldn't even have to stamp on this if you didn't want to. You could punch it out and then use your inks and go across it, and it would make a beautiful fence. I didn't realize it did that until I got through cutting them out. And I just used my Big Shot. So that's what I'm doing right there. I took all of them and I just put 2 layers together, so it makes it a little bit more sturdy, because we don't want our fence bowing and that kind of thing. So we've got 7 of those, and I think it's going to be enough, I hope. No, wait. We've got 9 of those. 8 and 9. Let me make sure I'm not covering something up. I've got all this stuff pulled out on my desk because I want to work with it. Now this is not going to be as easy for you to see, but I have gone in and marked a little line at 1/2 inch from the edge in, because I want my fence to sit out about right there. The reason I want it to sit out that far is because I've got some things I want to put in here to decorate. So I've marked it at 1/2 inch on 3 sides. Didn't worry about the back. We're not going to put fence back there. So that's what we're going to do right there. Now I'm going to use my hot glue, and I've got a little line that you can't see from there, but I can see it very well. Probably you might be able to see just a little bit. I'm going to put just a dab of hot glue down through here, and I'm going to sit it down on there. I'm not putting enough that it's going to squeeze out. I'm just barely touching it with it. And if it does squeeze out, I'm not going to worry about it, because I'm going to put snow and different things down there that's going to cover all that up. Then I'm just going to go by my line, and my hands are really shaky today, so there we go. So that is our first fence on. I didn't want a taller one and then have all of my little things that I'm going to put in here covered up. So that's what we're going to do with that. I'm going to leave an opening right here in front of the door, and then I'm going to put the other one over here on this side. So leave that little opening right there. So we're going to go ahead, run just that tiny bit down through here, and then just lay it right on top of that line that you drew. So see, that is the way it looks so far. There's our fence on that side, and then we'll go on down through here and the other side, putting our fence on. Then we'll come back and we'll do some more decorating. Okay, so we got our fence on, and I did go ahead and put some on the back. I had some extra, so I just put that around through there. There is it all the way around with our opening. So that was really, really simple to do. And I had a little bitty piece left. Okay, now on to more decorating on the house. And this is going to be kind of hard for you to see, so I'm going to kind of tilt it this way, and I'll probably stand up and show you some things. Now I've cut this out with my Cricut, and I don't particularly like it, looks too plain to me, so I wanted to decorate it up just a little bit. So I'm going to lay this over here for a second. And so what I've done is I took my punch. Where are my little punch pieces? There they are. I took my punch that Tina gave me, and I'll show you the punch instead of her name. And I punched out quite a few of those little pieces, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around through there and just glue them on there. Let's see, like this, in different ways. So I'll just glue a light one, a dark one, a light one, and a dark one all the way around. I won't make it so thick that the red won't show through, but I want to do that because I want this to not look so generic. You know, it looks kind of plain right now. I want it to not look so generic. I want it to look like it's a wreath that we really made. So I'm just putting a tad bit of hot glue up under there. You could use just your regular glue. You don't have to use hot glue. I do this for the sake of the video. Keep it from being so long. Your regular glue is fine. And I may not use hot glue if it keeps doing like that. So let's see, let's put another one. I'll tell you, I'll try the art glitter glue and see if it grabs pretty quick. If it does, we'll just use that. Sometimes it will on this, and sometimes it takes it a minute. There we go. It grabbed pretty good on that. So then we will just alternate our colors back and forth, pressing them down. And it's going to look more like a wreath that we made instead of this generic kind of kitty kind of wreath. And this just gives us our outline to go by. So you could cut just a circle that would be the right size, and then just go from that. You wouldn't have to have a Cricut to cut this out, anything like that. I'll tell you the size of this in just a second. I think it's about 2 inches from side to side. I am loving this punch. So see, that makes it look so much better, not so generic. And then I'm going to take just a couple of pieces and I'm going to put up there. I'm probably going to cut this in half. Put a little piece up here. Like that. And a little piece down there. On something like this, it's all in the details. So the more you take time and put the little details in, the better your project's gonna look. So there we go. I'm not gonna worry about any of that glue showing because it's gonna dry clear. And now I'm gonna go back and put some little bling on the top of that. If I can find my bling. Here we go. This came from Maymay as well. So I'm just going to snip them down through here. Somebody the other day said, I wondered why it was so hard for me to get those off of there. And then I watched you, and you was snipping them first and then pulling them up. So yes, these are joined all the way down. So if you want just to put one here and there, you have to kind of snip them. You have to snip that glue in between them, because they're made, woo, that one went flying. They're made to put down in a big line. So when you want to use just one, just snip the glue in between them and you got it. Well, that one is bound and determined not to go on there. There we go. And look at that. Doesn't that look so much better than just that generic? And then for my bow, what I'm gonna do is, of course, you know, and I probably need to put this on there, and then I need to put this on the house and then put this on, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it now. I don't think I'll have a problem. This is our diamond stickles. And it will make that bow look a lot better than just plain like that. There we go. So see how much better that looks? And now here's where we're going to put it. Let me move some things out so I can get my house back in here. We're going to put this right here. And this is, let me make sure before I tell you. Yes, this is a 2-inch circle. So if you wanted to make, just draw a 2-inch circle and then put these, some strands like this on there, you can make the same thing. You wouldn't have to cut out all those little pieces that I did. Okay, we're gonna put that down right there. Let me stand up and get over it so I can see. I'm gonna put a little hot glue right there and a little right there. I am dropping everything off my desk. And then we're just going to put it around that window. Just like that. Isn't that cute? See, that already makes it. I'm telling you. And then what I have done is I took a punch. Set that thing up. I took a punch that I had, and it's an older Martha Stewart punch, and if I can find it, I'll link it. I'm not even sure what it is, but it's just a branch, and it looks like the Christmas branches. I took that, and I punched out 3 different colors of this, I guess, ivy, I don't know what it is. And I'm going to put some of this down through here, and I think I'm just going to kind of alternate it. Or I may not even alternate it. Here's what I might do. I'm looking at it now and then I'm wondering. I might, let me see which one I like the best. I think I like that color the best on there. So what I might do is, first off, cut that off. Cut that little tail off right there. I might go ahead and glue this down right there, and then come back with some of those little branches that I punched and put across there. That will make it look like, again, not so generic and kitty. And I don't know what else to call it but generic. Sometimes in the Cricut design space, some of those free files that you can get look like little kid stuff. So sometimes I punch them out and then I doctor them up. So see, that looks good, but we're going to come back in with some of this and put down there, and I think that will make it look a lot better. So I'm going to do the same thing as I did before. I'm just going to stick this across there, alternating the colors, and just kind of let it go in different directions. Okay, I think I'm going to go on with another layer, but I'm going to sit it down this way so I can kind of get to it. Let's see, maybe I could prop it Let's see, what can I prop it up on? See if I can use my little stand here. Maybe I can prop it up this way, and then you can still see partially what I'm doing. Like that. Okay, there we go. I think that is good for that. And now I'm going to come back in there. And what I'm going to do is, let's see how this would look. See if this would look too bad. Okay, if I color that, what do you think? I think that would look good. So this is one of our wood pieces. Oh, I can't get a hold of it. Oh, sorry about that, I hit the light. This is just one of the wood pieces that we have. I think we still have maybe a couple of packs of these. You get the Christmas trees, the large bow, the little gingerbread guy, and the reindeer. You get all kinds of things like that in the pack, and we're going to use some of those. You know, I might use I think I'll use this bow. I think it's going to look better. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Sharpie, a red Sharpie, and I'm going to color this bow in. You can color this with paint, you can color it with a marker, you can do anything on these. This is wood veneer. They take the color very well, very easy, and it sits on the top so it doesn't soak it all up to where you have to just keep on and on and on coloring it. So I'm coloring this. I'm going to go around the edges with it. And of course you can go back and forth and make it as light or as dark as you want. I think that's dark enough for me. I'm going to take one of our pieces of bling, if I can find the right color. I think I'm just going to go in with this green one right here. I believe, let me see. There's another one right here. I don't know, this one might look better. That one I think looks a little bit better. Matches a little bit more. So I'm going to piece of this bling. Oh my goodness, they won't come off this morning. And I think I need a larger one. So let's take that one off and get a little bit larger one. There we go. So let's see what that looks like. So if we put that right there, what do you think? I think that looks pretty good. So let's glue that down right there. And since this is wood, I am going to use hot glue. So I want it to stay. Then I'm going to take some of these little pieces of red bling. And I'm just going to go across here putting some of this bling on there. So I'm going to prop this up again so that I can sit down here and pull my bling off like I need to. So there we are. We have our bling on there. And now, let's see what we want to do next. I'm going to sit this aside just for a second. Okay, I cut out some more of the little wreaths. And mainly I'm cutting these out just so that I have kind of a base to go by. So we're going to put some of these together. I want one for each window and then one for my door. So I'm going to go ahead and put these together, and then we'll come back and put them on our house. Okay, I've got all of my small wreaths made. Here they are. And they are 1 inch in diameter. So let's put these on. These are going to go right at the top of the window and then at the top of the door, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Do I want them in the window or at the top of the window? I'm going to put them at the top of the window because I want my tree to show through there. So, and there's that one on the side. All right, this house is coming together. See how my little door swung open? So what I'm going to do is put a little magnet inside there, and it'll catch to this little piece of metal right here. The door's not going to come up when it's sitting down. It's just when I turn it around and around and around. It's right now it's opening up. But once I get it closed, it'll be fine. I have a couple of these little trees that I want to put, like one right there, and then maybe, I don't know. I may just put 2 right there. One, you know, just alternate them like that. But I'm going to paint those green. Then I have my reindeer already painted somewhere. I have my other one. There they are. Come here, little reindeer. I have them already done. I've got 3 reindeer there. Now I've got a 4th one here. Okay. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and grab a green, a nice winter green. Maybe this is a nice winter green. Let's see. And well, it's not quite dark enough. We may have to go back in with a darker. I'm going to color this over. This is just a Copic marker. Color them with this, and then I may go back and color them with a different color because I want them a little bit darker. And I'm going to color the back since they're going to be standing up, and they will probably show from the back. You could color these with your ink, your Tim Holtz inks, if you wanted to. You can. This wood veneer takes just about anything you want to lay on it. I have painted them, I've inked them, I've embossed them. Embossing would be really pretty. Give that little bit of shine. So let's see if we can find a brighter green somewhere. Okay, here's a little bit of a darker green. Let's see what this looks like if I go around the edges. Okay, I'm going to go through the center with this, and then I'm going to tip the edge, leave the edges tipped with that lighter color. And I'll make sure I cover the whole base because it's going to be darker. The reason I'm leaving the other part for that lighter color is because I'm going to be putting some snow on these too. So, I mean, what's a Christmas tree without snow? So I'm going to let that dry, those dry just a second, and I think I need to color one more side of my deer here. And I'm using Copic markers again. I just know they're permanent and they're right in front of me, so I just grab those, but you could use Sharpies, whatever you want. It doesn't have to be Copic markers. And then I come back in with my little Sharpie pen and putting my eye on there and a little black nose. So we've got that. Let's see, I don't think I did the back side of this one. I don't think I did either side of that one. I don't know if I'll use that one or not. We'll hold off on finishing him. So what I want to do now on my house is I want to put these little trees up. So I'm going to stand one right there and then one in front of it. But I want some color in those little stars there, where the stars are on the tree. I want some color in there, and I'm not sure what I could use. Let me think a minute. Well, you know, I can always go back to the Old Faithful, the bling. Always go back to that and add that on. Because I'm not sure that I have anything else that's going to work. And I will link this below. I have been using this forever. This is a lot of bling that comes with this. And if you, I know most of all of you know Maymay, and if you shop through my link that I link below through her store, I'm an affiliate of her store, so it just helps me out and her out too a little bit. So if you want to go that direction, I would appreciate it, and I know she would. I know a lot of you already shop with her, but clicking through my link just helps both of us out a little bit. Helps me keep being able to do these projects and things like this. Anytime you purchase through any of my affiliate links, it just helps me be able to buy more supplies so that I can do more projects with you, and helps my channel stay live, stay up. So anytime you can click through a link and purchase something, I do appreciate it. There we go. So we got those. I don't know, I don't think I'm going to put any on the back right now. I may come back later and do that. But right now I'm just going to go ahead and glue them down right there. I'm going to put my hot glue right on the bottom and stick them down. And the good part about this hot glue, I noticed if you get a little bit of hot glue out away from underneath, it doesn't matter with this glitter cardstock. It actually looks like snow. Alright, so there's our little trees right there. And let's see, what would we do now? What will we do now? I may come back. I don't know, we're getting pretty. I may come back and put that little reindeer right on the side right there, like he has kind of got misplaced. Let's go ahead and just color him and do that. Let's go ahead and put the dark on there and just do that. I know these videos get kind of long. I do appreciate all you guys who watch them to the end. That's so sweet. This is just not something that you can do in a hurry, as you know. It takes time, and especially the way I craft. It's like I've told you 1,000 times, I don't plan a lot of this out. It just, when it comes to me, I just do it. Okay, let's see if we can get him down there. Ooh. Get these glue strings off. Get him to sit down right there. Ooh. There we go. So we have him sitting back there. And let's see what else we're gonna do. Okay, I have this stick, and I have no idea where these sticks come from. I don't know what kind of sticks they are. Maybe they're stir sticks. I don't know. I probably got them at Hobby Lobby. They're just little thin sticks. And I'm going to use one of those. You know, I told you the top of my house doesn't exactly come together because I forgot to put that piece on here. So I'm going to color this. And I'm just going to color it this dark brown. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this and I'm going to sit it. It actually is the right size to sit right down through there. So we're going to sit that right down through there at the top. And I think I'm going to put my hot glue down through here instead of on my piece. And then we're going to sit this right there, just like that. And I'm not going to worry that that's a little bit different color. that kind of thing, because I'm going to put some snow on there a little bit later. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my reindeer up here. I'm going to put, I'm only going to be able to put 2 reindeer up here because I want to put a little sleigh right back here. So I'm probably going to put 1 there and then 1 right here at the edge, and then I will hook them together with a little string of some kind. But I want to put a little sleigh back at the back, so I can't put them too far back there. So I'm going to put him right at the edge at the front. These are so cute, and they're just the right size for this. Look at that. Aren't they cute? And I'll probably even hang a little wreath around their neck. You know, I'll have to figure on that one and see what size it needs to be. But I want to make a little sleigh to go back here. I haven't got that made yet. So that is probably, no, I think I'm going to do one more thing. I've got this tree that was just like the one on the inside that I got at the Five Below for $1. They probably have them at Dollar Tree. And I wound around these little lights. They're little miniature micro lights, and I'll link those below. I get them from Amazon, and I buy them in bulk because I use them on everything. And I'm going to put this down on the front, I think. And it has a little switch right here. And I'm going to leave my wire where I can probably run it through the door and then on down through the bottom so I can turn it off and on. But I'm going to put it right over here on the side, just like this. I'm going to put it right there, and I'm just going to leave that wire back that way a little bit. Let me see what I want to do here. I'm going to put a tad bit of hot glue right under there to hold that wire where I want it so that it doesn't come unraveled. And let me see about where I want him. I think about right there in that corner. Then I'm just going to put lots and lots of hot glue on this base, little wood base. I thought this was a pretty good deal for $1. Like I said, the one on the inside is just like this. Now, if you don't like a lot of loose glitter, what I did, and I don't like a lot of loose glitter because it bothers my eyes, but what I did is I took it outside and I just shook it and hit it against my hand and got a lot of that loose glitter off of there. So that helped a lot. Look at that. Oh, cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, I also have these little tiny trees, and they don't actually go with this. But I think if I put them down and then put some snow all over them, I think they'll work. I think it'll work. So what do you think if I put them right there on either side of the little entrance gate? And then I just put tons and tons of snow all over them. Don't you think that would work? Even though they're a little bit different color than the rest of my items. That's what I'm going to try. Okay. We're going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I am just going to do it. Oh, cute. These were left over from Made It Kind as well. I actually had 2 left over, so I pulled them out. Look at that. And see, even though they're a little bit different color, when I put that snow all over them, you won't be able to tell it. So that is what we're going to do for today. I'm not going to go any further because it's going to make this video way too long. I've already got an hour and 30 minutes. Of course, I can edit this down some, but make the video way too long. Tomorrow we'll come back and we'll finish this up. We'll put our snow down. We will put our sleigh on, and some little things on the reindeer, and then hopefully my light will be here and we can put our light on the inside, and we'll put our magnet on the door, and then this will be finished and we'll be ready to go on to the next project. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And when that little bell pops up, click that bell so that you'll be notified when we put up new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow.